Good evening, administrators, teachers, family, friends, and of course, the graduating class. Thank you for all being a part of what I know is an important night for all of us. And thank you for allowing me the time to say what it is that I'd like to say. There's this place, somewhere between Ajax and Toronto, where I go to write. And I went there to write this speech. I find this place somewhere on the GO train, and because of this, I also found myself struggling to write everything that I wanted to say. But being there gave me inspiration, because traveling only reminded me of all of you. The farther away I went from Ajax, the more I missed each of you. And the closer I get to Ryerson every time I'm on the train, the harder it becomes to realize that it's not you that I'll be seeing. And I'm almost sure many of you feel the same way. But the nice thing about the GO train is not how hard it is to leave, but how easily that you can get back. I struggled to write this speech because I was trying to write it somewhere that I cannot call home. So I came to a place that I know each of us can say was our home for at least a few years of our lives. And now we come to say goodbye. The strange thing about Ajax High School is that no matter how hard each of us will try to escape, whether it's by GO train or not, that building will always be a part of us. It will always be there. And even though we're graduating today, in a sense, we'll always be there too. We know that we can come back to the very people that taught us and realize that we'll always be their students. And with all these things put together, it's evident that we have a place somewhere in this world. No matter how different we feel from one another, what we do have in common is Ajax High School. And because of this, we all have a story to tell, and we all have something to say. Because Ajax meant something different to each of us. And it wasn't just about academics. Ajax High School meant meeting the friends that would later seem like family. And meant having a place where we could be athletes, actors, writers, and activists. No matter how differently we view our high school experience from one another, the reality is that it meant something dear to all of us. As we part from each other, we're going to meet people that tell us that the world is a sad place. And maybe it is. But I think our school alone is a testament to how wrong these people can be. And if you don't believe me, then take a look around. There is comfort in knowing that these faces that we see before us will help shape our world. There will be beauty in this world. There will be beauty, and it will be painted by people like Rebecca Lebrun and Matthew Kinnaird. There will be compassion, because we are lucky enough to have someone like Jay and Yanni Kumaran. We will see the world influenced by minds like Monica Gadd and realize that she has been proof all along that intelligence and modesty can exist within the same person. There's comfort in knowing that no matter how mean the world is going to get, there are really sweet people like Brianne Vinden to remind us that there is nothing better than a true friend. This world will have Brent Miller, Caitlin DeBello, Andy Lynn, AJ Physico, and Caitlin McLeod. And this list could go on forever because you all deserve a spot on it. And when we realize this, it's hard not to believe in how wonderful our graduating class really is. Not a single day is going to pass you by when you are reminded of Ajax High School. Because in some ways, the school is our home. We can leave this place with the comfort that we are not leaving alone, but right beside each other. High school is not a reflection of one person or one story, which is what the idea of a valedictorian has so wrongly told you. Each and every one of you has something to say, and I wish I could say all of those things for you, but I can't. So instead, I'll speak about something that I thought we would need to address together. I wanted to speak about something that is incredibly hard to say, but I would regret it terribly if I didn't. In grade 9, we were robbed of a wonderful friend. We were robbed of Shaquille Wisdom. And while some of us feel his loss more than others, we suffer together. Because we learned of his death together, and we mourned this unbearable loss together. And then we carried the weight of his memory for 4 years together. And now we've come here again, together, to realize that our graduating class is missing someone. We are missing something. Shaquille Wisdom defined what it means to be an Ajax High School student. And even more than this, he defined every challenge, every tragedy, every moronic and bigoted comment that we will each have to face as we grow older. And while we grow older, this is something Shaquille will never do. We learned at a terribly young age, not once, but dozens of times since then. And while each of us lost this passionate human being, so have hundreds of others. And now we're all at a loss together. We all know that if Shaquille had been with us throughout high school, he would have accomplished incredible things. Because he would have been an actor in all of the school plays. He would have given his voice to the school choir. And he would have used that exact same voice to fight the very issues that defeated him. And in all honesty, I think Shaquille Wisdom would have been our valedictorian. But instead, you have to listen to me. I was really close with Shaq, and I know that he would want me to tell you that despite what happened in grade 9, we each have the potential to do wonderful things in this world. Because we all have the same potential that Shaquille did. We are all talented, funny, loving, and determined. We all have a little bit of wisdom. Shaquille will want me to tell you that we must use what we learned in high school, both inside the classroom and out, to change the things about this world that we don't like. And if you don't find it necessary to use this gift of potential, then I feel sorry for you. But more importantly, I feel sorry for everyone who's missing out on a great human being. What I'm really trying to ask all of you is that you don't forget what happened. In fact, how could you? If anything should happen after our graduation, it's that we shall remind ourselves of how much power we actually have. In high school, we were somehow put on this hierarchy of who's smarter, more beautiful, more talented and athletic, and then worthy of all the awards. We've each been measured by a number that somehow tells us of our capabilities. And even if that number got you into the best university, the best college, pushed you to work for a year or even travel, that number doesn't define who you are as a person. What our grades have forgotten to tell us is that we're each capable of the exact same thing, and it will never appear on a report card. We are all capable of kindness. And while some of you are probably rolling your eyes at this, remember that this is something that could have saved the life of a friend. If there's anything that I wanted to say to you all today, is that I hope you do leave this room with the knowledge that you are capable of something more and something better than what a number tells you. There's a reason you're all sitting here today. Whatever reason kept you striving to receive this diploma is far more powerful than every reason that has ever told you that you couldn't. And for every person that broke your heart in high school, there are dozens who are there to mend it. And they're probably sitting here in this room right now. And they're not here because you're a son, a daughter, a student, or even a friend. They're here because you are wonderful, and because tonight you are getting the recognition that you deserve. They're here to remind you that you have all accomplished something in high school, and that is something that absolutely no one can ever take away from you. While I haven't memorized every face in this room, I know enough about our school to proudly say that we are a group of lovely individuals. We show what it means to be courageous, hardworking, and selfless. We are the products of families, friends, and teachers, and they have all been there for us even when we've told ourselves that they were absolute enemies. We are the year of 2011. And with every year after this one, I can only hope that each of you achieves what it is that you've only dreamed of since childhood, because that happiness is what you all deserve. I can only hope that you can look back on our high school experience and tell yourself that all was well. Thank you.